right, class. We got our last objective for today for reading. It's on page 41 of your small read. It's entitled Problem and Solution. Now, most all reading stories, especially realistic fiction, which our main read for this week is going to be, is going to have a problem, and we got to have a solution. Well, how do we get to the solution? Well, we follow a story map. Usually towards the beginning of the story, you're going to have your character and your setting, but then you're going to come up with your problem. What's wrong in this story? And then you're going to have events that lead up to solving. Let's take last week's with Louis, right? The problem was if he wanted to marry the princess, he had to kill the dragon. What were the events? Well, first he had to come up with a great idea, and he got some help from little Ling Ling. Then he had to go out and carry out his plan. He had to build the mask. Then he had to go to the top of the mountain, and he had to put the mask by the dragon's lair. And the solution was, well, the dragon left, and he lived happily ever after. Most stories follow this kind of character map, story map. Let's take a look at it as it regards to this week's story. First of all, you can turn back now to your story. Who are the main characters in our story? Who are our main characters in our story? Well, let's get it down here. First of all, I'm going to get my name on there. Main characters, I believe we had probably 3 of them. For sure, Tina. And then we had Mara. Remember, she was the juggler, and Tina was the one that wanted to do the dancing and singing. And then I'm going to throw in Grandma, too. Because Grandma was the one who gave us the good advice, and that might show up in our events. So where's our setting? Setting is time and place. I'm going to put a little equals there. Time and place. Where is our setting? Good. I see a bunch of you came up with it already. We're at school. Okay. Now there was a bunch of different places at school. If you want to be more detailed there, you can be in the lunchroom. They saw the poster in the hallway, right? And don't forget Mara. She ran off steam running around the track. Okay. Grandma's car. And finally, right, they were in her home. And that's where she made the phone call from. So I'm putting all of those down there. You notice the book only put Mara's school. Their story map was a little bit, well, lacking in details, I think. I do, however, like their problem. They wrote it well for us. So let's copy theirs. Mara does not want to act with Tina. I'm going to add, she wants to juggle. Exclamation point. So now we got some events there. They gave us the first event. If you're using your book to help us, Tina tells Mara that they will do a dance together. Because I got a couple more events, I'm going to leave myself some space here. So I went outside the box a little bit here. Next, I'm going to put Grandma gives Mara some advice. Don't forget my periods when I'm writing in sentences. What did she do with that advice then? I think you guys should all know the next one. Mara does the tough thing, and she calls her friend. Mara calls her friend. Don't forget, if I'm going too fast, you just pause your video. Get caught up. All the answers are found in your book. Mara calls her friend, and the happy ending, Mara gets to do her own thing. I'll put act there. Do her own act. check to make sure you got complete sentences starting with capital letters, end marks, capital letters, end marks, capital letters, end marks, capital letters, and end marks. Now up here where you put the setting, you don't need sentences there, so you can just list them like we did there. Same thing with the grandma. All right, guys? All right, so that was our second assignment on Wednesday. We did it all together, but make sure you put it back in. I'll give you a gimme grade for that one, give you a grade just for making sure you watch the video and participate. Great job. See you guys tomorrow.